Just watched Empire Strikes Back. Uh, it's pretty good. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. It's not just pretty good. It mostly does hold up. It looks like it. They did some. Uh, okay, so like it doesn't look like the '90s restored, re re-edited version. Because a lot of the old effects still look old. Like I, the matte paintings look like matte paintings, and when you know what to look for, you see them. But also, I felt like it could have been. I don't know. But no, I still enjoyed it. So, you know what there really is. Um, One thing, man. Or okay, no, a few things. Okay, dude. The kiss between Luke and Leia does become, and you even back then you knew she was kissing him, because she didn't want to have to admit to Han, um, uh, that that he was right, that she does have feelings for him, that she doesn't actually like nice guys, and by kissing the nice guy. So it's awkward on that level, but that was already there. But the fact that once you've known, once you're a fan, and you've seen the other movies, so um, it's that they are brother and sister. Um, it becomes gross, like just
Legit.
gross. You know what I mean? Like it's disgusting. It is. There's no.
Oh,
There was another thing, man, and it's the performance, and it's the script, so it's unaltered. You could tell it's how it was. I did not realize it when I was a kid. Like I realized as a kid he's a little whiny in the first one, but he's still kind of a whiny bitch. And you know what? Um, it just when you really watch it, like the cool moments you when you think of Luke Squat, when you think of Luke Skywalker, and you think of his cooler moments, you're actually thinking of the handful of moments where he pulls it together and he doesn't whine. But mostly, he's a bit of a prissy, whiny bitch. Like, if not for the whole chosen one thing, he would not be shit. Like, no wonder he runs off and hides on a little fucking island. He is a little bit of a bitch. Like, he really is. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Well, actually, I do mean it in a bad way. And I don't mean to compare him to women or whatever. In that I just don't know a different word. Like he's whiny. Like what does he accomplish? Like he doesn't save them. When he leaves his training, he accomplishes nothing. Matter of fact, he sets himself back. Motherfucker loses his hand, learns an uncomfortable truth. I mean, that is probably necessary. I don't know, but fuck, like for real. Oh, my friends. Look, they were gonna be in danger anyways, and you don't save them. You don't fucking save them, you whiny bitch, boy. You should have just stayed and trained. And guess what? Then you could have gone. We don't, time is kind of, you know, we're never certain on how long things are. Like, we don't really know how long any damn thing takes. I mean, we have the idea, like, uh, on the ice planet, when they're in the Hoff's, because we call it Hoff, but really the system is the Hoff system. So we don't know that isn't like this is Earth, but it is our do we call we don't call, we call it the fucking Milky Way. We don't call it the. Anyways, so when we're on Hoth, we'll call it that. We at least know it's the next day that Luke and Han are found, right? And it's the same day that Han finds Luke, the same day that they had interacted. Like, but it's the next day when they both are found because they have to close off the base and raise the shields and blah 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 blah. All right, so we know that, but we don't know how long it took Luke to get to Dagobah. We don't know how long it takes uh, Han and Leia to get to Sky City. Um, we don't really know how long anything takes, and especially since people are constantly traveling faster than light, which essentially means they're time traveling in a very real way. So we don't know how long anything takes. So we don't know how far along um, Luke's training is, and we don't know. We don't know how much further, how much longer he needed. Like, he presents himself as a Jedi. He tries to be all stoic and calm and I know everything. In Return of the Jedi, but like but then when he does go to see Yoda for the last time, we get the feeling. You get the feeling this is actually his first return since this movie, and that shouldn't have been. Like, his bitch ass should have just stayed and trained. Then, like, he would have showed up like a badass Jedi and done something. I don't know. Luke really is kind of like his father before him. There's a little bit of whiny bitch in him. And I understand, because there's. Uh, I mean, I guess there's whiny bitch in most aspects. There's really a lot of whiny bitch in the Skywalkers. There's whiny bitch in Anakin, obviously. That's what leads him to the dark side. Yeah, there's this weird badassery that they're able to tap into, but there's a lot of whiny and needy and a lot of whining, a lot of needy, a lot of me, selfishness and whininess and bitch assery in the Skywalker men. Anakin, Luke, Ben Solo. They're the, the, the Skywalkers are just little bitches who can every so often nut up. That's the truth. That's the through line of the entire saga. Is the Skywalkers are little bitches who, on occasion, nut up. That's the truth, man. uh, I mean, honestly, what has he accomplished by breaking his training? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh man, I'm tired. But for real, no, there's like he doesn't accomplish a lot. He accomplishes getting an ass beating. He gets an ass beating. That's what he gets. And he learns Vader's his father. But also Yoda and fucking Ben, they fucked up. They risked him going to the dark side. He had they just said, motherfucker was yours. Look, not in the first one, but certainly in this one. Go, Ben's a fucking ghost. Like, what the fuck's Luke gonna do? And Yoda's fucking Yoda. Fuck. you know, Yoda is Yoda. So what the fuck is Skywalker gonna really fucking do? So really, why couldn't they have told him? They should have told him. And I get why they didn't tell him in the first one because it wasn't in the script yet. They hadn't come up with that concept. Though, if you know anything about the previous scripts that existed, I think like 4 or 5 versions, and that there was like 3 or 4 before the movie, before Star Wars gets greenlit, and then like another 3 or 4 after it gets greenlit. There's a ton, and then when you hear all the various stories and the characters and whatnot, all those motherfucking characters end up in some form of Star Wars media later. Also, but what there is one thing that made me think that this might not have been an unaltered is, like I said, what made me think it might have been an unaltered is that some of the effects look like old effects. Some of the matte paintings look good, but they look like matte paintings, especially if you know to look for. A lot of the miniatures look good, but they look like miniatures. Instead of like when they did the re-releases back in the 90s, and they covered up a lot of that with CGI, and it looked really good, but a lot of you people bitched about it. Anyways, because you're little bitches. No, I love you. I love you guys. But there was, okay, so, during the fight, when they go into the next area, just before the window gets busted and everything starts flying out, a couple of times there's a couple of shots of this little pillar, and on this pillar there's these three perfect circles that form a hidden Mickey. So I don't know that it's unaltered. It kind of felt that way sometimes, but then that one thing made me think, oh no, this is definitely an edited version. I'm just noticing stuff, which I didn't notice in the previous re-release. I don't know, man. It's good. It's fun. Yeah. Ryan Johnson wasn't wrong. Luke's a bitch.